crispy.
What's up, everyone? So in this next video, I'm going to show you guys, I've always wanted to do like an extensive video of how I go about shipping my dioramas. So in this video, you're going to see how I pack my dioramas, how I box them up, and then I'm going to take you with me to USPS and to UPS so they can quote me a price on this diorama, or on shipping this diorama. And then I'm going to come back and show you guys the best deal, the best service to use to ship your dioramas. My son turned me on to the service a couple of months ago, and the quick story I'll give you is the diorama that I made that had the swimming pool. So that one was quoted at $97 at USPS to ship to Arizona from Massachusetts. Went to UPS, it was a little cheaper, it was $93 to ship from Massachusetts to Arizona. Then I used Shippo and it was $43 to ship it from Massachusetts to Arizona. That was a 50% savings right there. So I'm gonna show you guys the process of shipping. I'm gonna show you guys how much the other services are charging. Then I'm going to tell you guys about Shippo and how you can join Shippo through the link that I'm going to put in the comments, and how when you spend $25, you'll get $25 credit towards your next shipment in Shippo. It's an amazing deal, and I'll talk to you guys a little bit more at the end of the video, but I wanted to kind of give you an introduction to what this video is. And welcome back to another episode of the Chronicles of Al Figures. And one of the things I've always wanted to do is more of an extensive video on how I go about shipping my dioramas. It has been over 12 years of me creating dioramas, shipping them out to people commissioning dioramas. And I feel really comfortable with the way I ship. And so I'll show you guys how I personally go about shipping them. I think in the 12 plus years that I've been shipping, maybe one has been damaged. I think something fell on that box because the box itself was damaged. But I mean, it's a 99% clip for me in terms of dioramas getting to the new owner safe and sound. So the first thing I usually do, or that I do, is take out all the parts that, you know, are removable. And I like to kind of put them into these little plastic baggies. I got these baggies at Hobby Lobby. So I individually go onto the diorama. So generally speaking, I go to USPS. I've gone to UPS before, and a few months ago, my son turned me on to a service that has been a lifesaver. It's a service called Shippo, and their prices are generally 60, 70, 80, 90% off of UPS and USPS and FedEx. And so it's a great service. I'm gonna turn you guys on to it at the end of this video and give you some more information, but in the meantime, let's get this dio packed. And so I have wrapped up all the pieces individually, and then what I usually do is I stack them up, because most of these dioramas are gonna need kind of a custom made box. So compressed like this, you're looking at about 8 inches tall. I'll usually go about an inch taller. Now the box that I bought, I already measured, so this will fit into it. But now we're looking at about, again, maybe 9 inches. So here is the box that I'm gonna use, and it's a medium-sized box that I got from CubeSmart. But what we want to do here is we want to cut this shorter so that it's 9 inches. So I'll come over here and I will measure the 9 inches right there. And I'll do it in a couple of areas, and I'll start kind of cutting it. And just please be careful using these box cutters, as they can slice you up if you don't use them the right way. So as you see, I'm right along that line, and I go all the way around. And even if you're a little bit off, you'll see how it doesn't matter. So the first thing I'm going to pack are the floor pieces. And the reason I go for the floor pieces first is because they're the flattest pieces. I then go for the pieces that are also kind of flat up top, which are all these different pieces. They don't have anything really sticking out of them. This one. Now the last piece, or this last piece, has all the boxes, so I usually put this piece last. But before I do that, I'll take some of this stuff, kind of put it around it. I'll take some, let me see. Sometimes I have just random things like this, and in this case, I think this is gonna work. Let me see. I took that big black bulky piece and I just kind of cut it up and kind of put it into areas that are kind of empty. And it's funny because this actually came from my bamboo 3D printer, and I kept it because I knew at some point I could possibly use this. So I have this piece here. I'll double up on that, so now there's some good protection, not a lot is moving. And then I'll take a little more of the bubble wrap and just feel around for areas that are kind of loose. It's a little tight, it's feeling good. Then the last piece I'll put is the bigger piece. You can do that one right on top. Just find ways to kind of make it work. And I wonder if just gonna grab the corners. So now this is a little more secure. And then I'll add some extra security here. Put a couple of pieces there. And just filling it up so that there is no movement or damage in the shipping process. So now we have a pretty secure dial, and I want to put another piece here on top, and maybe one here. So now it's not going to jiggle around. It's really solid. Put this last piece on top, kind of focusing more on the chimney type part. And then now that I have everything secure, I'm feeling very good about it. Now it's time to place this box on top. Now you can do it a couple of different ways. You can kind of do it on the inside. I'm going to choose to do it on the outside. And it takes a little bit of adjusting, but once you kind of get it in there, now this is nice and secure. Just make sure that it's all in place. Then I'll take my tape, go across the top here, and then go around the whole thing.
What's the zip code?
Zip code, the information is right here, I'm sorry.
Oh.
Yeah. And is there any way you can write down on the box the weight and the measurements of this box?
Hit continue.
Okay.
Anything liquid, fragile, perishable, potentially hazardous, such as batteries, perfume, mercury, or aerosol.
It's artwork. It's fragile, but not hazardous.
Hit no.
No. Okay, perfect. Thank you so much. I appreciate that. All right. Have a good day.
You too.
All right, so we're looking at priority mail is $85.95. This is going to San Francisco, California. Ground advantage is $57.35, and that's 5 days. So this is quote number 1. Just want to get a quote for this. Address is there. Can I get a pen to write that down? Yeah. If you don't mind. You said 74?
Yeah, just about give or take like $1 or so.
Okay. Okay, perfect. Thank you so much. Let me give you this back. I appreciate you, man. You too. So UPS was cheaper. That's around $74. And now we're gonna see how much it costs to ship via Shippo. Alright, so when you go to shippo.com, this is what it looks like, and you can get started, create an account, and then once you go there, you're gonna be able to press a button that says create label. So I started creating this label, and again, this is a package that's 18 by 17 by 8. And the package weight is 4 pounds 5 ounces. So I'm just going to put 5 pounds. And when I do that, it's going to give me a listing of prices and or the price, different prices for different services. So for UPS ground, it's $29.91. UPS, in the last clip you saw, was quoting me $74. For USPS priority mail, I got quoted $85.95. They're quoting me $40.49. I also got quoted $57.35 for 5 days, ground advantage. And Shippo is telling me it's going to cost $27.24. So from a high of $85, I can get this shipped in 5 days for $27. That is a huge savings. And not only does Shippo give you these great prices, but they also their system allows you to kind of have a manifest of everything you've shipped. They can pick it up at your house. You can print it, print the label, or I think you can get a QR code as well. And it's a great way for a small business to just kind of have everything in one place. And again, for me in particular, for what I do for my small business, it's such a game changer in terms of the rates for shipping. And so if you sign up using my link, and I'll leave my link in either the comment section or in the description of the video, you'll get a $25 for future use when you spend $25. So spend $25 your next shipping. Next time you ship, you're gonna save $25. So it's a great deal, and this has been a game changer, because if I would have known about Shippo 5 years ago, 6 years ago, 7 years ago, I just would have saved so much money. Shipping is so expensive these days. So if you guys have any questions, let me know, and I'll answer them as best as I could. But you guys need to definitely check this out. So link is in the description or the comment section. And again, any questions, just holler at me.